my perspective, yeah, the very first step is to identify exactly what the client owns. Yeah, so things like assets that are held inside a super fund, that's not going to go through the client's estate. Assets held inside a trust, jointly owned assets, these don't form part of the estate. So it's really important to identify who owns what. That's the very first step in the process. I had a telephone meeting with a client that was referred to me just the other day, and his lawyer was about to put in place a testamentary trust will. But after our initial meeting, we discovered that he actually doesn't have any assets in his name. All of his assets are actually owned inside trusts. So the testamentary trust would receive nothing basically when he passes. So that's the first step. Identify what the client actually owns. The next step is to make sure that all of the professionals are on the same page, because there's a number of professionals that need to be involved to ensure that you get the right outcome for the client. So the accountant is normally the first port of call. The accountant is normally the professional that's been working with the client for a long period of time, has possibly set up different structures for different purposes. Also working with the lawyer, making sure that any of the advice that the lawyer is giving to the client is on par with what you're giving, so that we're not going to undo some of the good work that the other professionals have done. Working with the financial planners as well to make sure that we're aligned with them. And then finally the risk advisor. Now in my case, I'm the fourth one on that page, but I like to sort of project manage the whole process and make sure that everyone is working together to get the right outcome. Someone's sort of got to step up to the plate and open the lines of communication between all the different parties. And if you do that, and everyone has a clear understanding of what we're trying to achieve, then the outcome that we can get for clients is really first class.